Welcome to this exclusive look at the new mod map on the Highlands fishing expansion on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Highlands fishing expansion edition exclusive. This is the map tour and I'm on console. I'm on PlayStation 5. Giant's done me a solid and got me sorted out with the code for some early access. So here is the map tour, and I'm going to start off by saying, oh my Lanta, this map is, I'm going to say it now, the best map Giants have ever done. It's beautiful, it's glorious, the details are incredible, the stuff that's on it is just wow. So let's have a look. There's so much to get through. This is the map. We've seen lots of images, we've seen a lot of stuff, but this is the map tour. Oh my days. Anyway, on New Farmer we start with the main farm. Down here there is another small farm, and these fields, now these fields are separate, they don't come as the main plot. The main plot there, farm, is 524,400. I'm too excited with all this stuff here. Slot count on New Farmer is 1,553. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch that comes down to 1,486 because you don't start with all of the equipment and machinery. Now, I'm going to say this as well. This is a map tour. This is not the deep dive. There will be guide videos. There'll be looks at things. There'll be, build videos. There'll be all sorts of stuff. Whatever I can fit in and whatever I can do, I'll get done. We'll have a look at some of the features, but obviously this is not a deep dive into everything the map can and will do. This is the map tour. Field prices and plot prices aren't too bad across the map. You can buy most plots, but there's some peripherals and things you can't. There's a very, very cool bit later on. Bizarrely, the one thing on this map I was really hoping would be working, and my days is it working. Again, I know I'm being cryptic, but you'll see later on. We are going to buy this plot here, plot 71. That is another farm. So we buy that, not too expensive. We get a silo and stuff there, and then we will get around the map. Now what I'm going to do when we get around to it, this top bit up here, most of these here and all of these are sell points. So as I'm going around, I'm not going to read out every single sell point, but what we'll do is when we get up towards the main town, we'll click on each one so you can see what the names of them are. And as is always the case, if you come down to your menu here and go down your prices menu on the right hand side, you'll be able to see all the places that will buy your various different things. So if you've got a contract, and it could give you any one of, there are literally dozens of sell points on here now. If we come further down, we've got Thistlepot Bakery, Toasties Bakery, Bakery and Cake. Yeah, there's loads. You'll see as we go around. Seaside Restaurant. What have we got? Harbourview Coffee. Yeah, there's tons. So you'll see later on as we get around that. Custom crops. We've got onions. Obviously, everyone knows about that. Again, this is not a guide to onions, but we do have onions and we do have the onion equipment. I'm not going to go into all of the menus for the vehicles and machinery that are new. I suppose we could do a separate garage video for that. But obviously, there's the new stuff, and you're going to see a load of that as we go around, as in, oh, which is very, very cool. Contracts are available, as you would expect. The train on here goes to neighbouring town. Bit tricky to come up with another Scottish town name, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, it goes to neighbouring town, and then we're going to build mode, and then part of the Highlands expansion edition, we've got a load of stuff in here under sheds, things to be aware of, garages, sheds, and bits and bobs. Under silos, we've got additional stuff under silos. We've got bunker silos, we've got bulk hauls, a couple of, one's 400,000 litres, one's 900,000 litres. Covered bunker silo, small bunker silo. There's a whole lot of stuff under silos, under silo extensions. I mean, pretty much every category has got something new under the Highlands Fishing Expansion. And the Highlands Fishing Expansion is not just the map, so you can have the Highlands Fishing Expansion enabled when you're on other maps as well, which is very cool, including the fishing rod. The fishing rod can be purchased on other maps and not just Giants maps. Contract maps, custom maps as well. Constructables, do we have some? Yes, we've got stuff under constructables. We've got stuff under containers. Again, this is just showing you there is stuff here. When you get on it, jump on, have a look. There's a whole load of stuff you can be having a look at. Under tools, do we have anything under tools? Yes, electric charge station, farmhouses. We've got the farmhouse there, and we've got farmer's tent. But there's loads of tents around the place that you can't buy or use, but that one you can if you want to, if you wanted some tented accommodation. We come down to factories, and we've got whole new versions of all the various different things. We have got a quarry on here. We have got fish food factory, dairy, bakery. There's all sorts of stuff, carpentry. That one there, the Highlands fishing expansion, that's your onion bagger, the AS25. So there's loads of stuff under factories. Under sell points, we have got a few extra bits and bobs here. Farmers kiosks and selling station stones. Greenhouses, nothing. But if we come across to cultivation, then generators, and then we've got a new category, aquaculture. So there's your offshore aquaculture. There's your young fish breeding. If you want to place one of those, you can place one of those down like so. And then we've got the fishing lake, which will require you to stock it and bring fish food, but you can put a fishing pond in fishing lake wherever you want on there as well, which is quite cool. If we come to our animals, we have got some animal pens added in under the Highlands fishing expansion. If we come across to, there's nothing under horses. Under pigs there was nothing. Sheep, we've got the sheep barn, we've got the one which we've got here at the farm. There was nothing under chickens, nothing under bees. Under others, we got the dogs. If you didn't watch the video the other day that came out, we have got the ability now to buy a dog kennel, and we've got the option of Labrador or Border Collie, which came with this, and you can customise. You can have the very different colours, so charcoal, champagne, chocolate lab, down to Border Collie, tricolour, black and white, and yeah, various different options on your dogs there. From there, if we come down to our fences section, we've got quite a bit of stuff. There's nothing under lighting, I don't think. Come down to our fences, and we'll get to about, where are we? Here. So this is where we start here. We've got wire mesh fence, wooden fencing, various different wire mesh and wooden fencing options. Then we come down, we've got stone wall sections, and these will have the options for gates and various different bits and bobs as well. So simple metal fence. You got that is a more trimmed hedge section, like that, very fancy. And then we got a little bit further down, more stone wall. Hang on. Where are we going? There we go. So that one there, brick fence, stone wall. Then this one here is a little bit more untrimmed. Let's just say that. Should we say weathered? I mean, it's not sorted and tidied. There was nothing under lights. Others. If we come down, we've got a load of stuff here under others added in, and then we've got some stuff under decoration. Decoration, there's a ton of stuff thrown in, so a load of extra stuff under decoration thrown in. Again, if you've got Highlands Fishing DLC enabled on other maps, all this decorative stuff will be available on other maps as well. It's not just specifically to this map. And then we come down here to our sculpting section, tools and stuff. We've got some extra or some slightly different painting textures to match the map. We've then got some trees added in under Highlands Fishing expansion, and we've got some plants on there as well. Let's get around the map, shall we? I tell you what though, we have got all the NPCs and the new NPC as well, which we'll get to in town. All this can be removed actually. I got the slot count down to 1,384. You can remove all the buildings, all the decorative items. You couldn't remove the little trees that are here. I mean, you have to cut those down, I guess. And obviously the NPCs stay, but everything else went, so you can clear the land if you want to. But look at this. This I don't think I've encountered before. I don't know if you can tell on the glass. When you move, the glass has got like a mottled effect to it. When you've got panes of glass that have got like a ripple, you can see the ripple on the glass. It's when you get up to the front door, you can see it more clearly. Look, as you go past, it's incredible. It genuinely is incredible. At the back of the building here, and the detail in here, wow. Wardrobe trigger there, out to the back door. So if you come in from the farm through the back door into your little utility room, change your clothes, clean off, whatever you want to do. Look at this. Look at it. Very nice indeed. Then we go upstairs, and we've got various different rooms upstairs. We do have, there's your sleep trigger. We do have a very creepy room. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit couple of rooms here. Fold out bed, I would imagine. This up here, look. This is the bizarre. Look at that. Is that not just? There's something really disturbing about that. Anyway, it's there. Have I got stuck? No, we're right. So let's. Oh, have we got? Was there another room downstairs? Yes, there it was here. There you go. That's the main farmhouse. Out from the farmhouse, across the yard. Again, you can see it on these windows better. Look. That effect on that glass is incredible. I really have got to speed up. Cedar in here. Like I said, there are all the new vehicles and stuff. One that I'm going to be totally honest with you here, I'm really not impressed with at all, is this thing, which I use for doing my prep because it will get around the map quicker, but it sounds awful. And you'll see, I've got to drive it. I don't have to, but it will get us around the map quicker. Maybe until we get to the vehicle shop and I'll swap it out potentially. But yeah, not great. New barn here for our sheep and goats. This one we've got 12 out of potential 32. We've got more gear and equipment around the side. It just feels, it's just got that feel. You wait till we get down to the town and the harbour and, oh, honestly. Bunning trailers, obviously new to the game, very cool. Loads of new tree types as well, which is awesome. Just stop there for 1 second. I'll tell you what I'm going to say as well at the moment. Just listen. Listen to that idling. There's a roll in the idle. Oh, it's so nice. Anyway, stop there, I'll say. Not necessarily about the tractors or the equipment and machinery, but anyway, harvester, header and header trailer. Come into here. Oh, look at this. Yeah, baby. This thing sounds great too. So what we'll do, let's go all-wheel steer, that's better. So, covered silage clamps just there. We have got just here. This is one of the bulk buildings. Storage, silage clamp on the inside. I think it's silage clamp on the inside, but this is a 400,000 litre. Now I did have some, no it's not, but I did have something peculiar. I bought a trailer over. I'm hoping it's not a problem. Maybe it'll get another update, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a last minute sort of day of release update. Don't forget, of course, everybody, if you're watching this prior to the release, November the 4th, Tuesday, is the release date. If you're liking what you see, you can still pre-order. So there's your taking out. I brought a trailer over, and normally you click on where it says start filling and it'll roll through the various different things it can store there. It didn't. It wouldn't give me any options for that, which I thought was a bit peculiar. Anyway, we've got old shed stuck at the back of the farm area. Like I said, you can remove all this if you want to. What we're going to do is head down. I'm just wondering whether I might start off in this. I'll drive the Octavia. Like I say, you'll be annoyed in minutes, guaranteed. Come across the way, and this is an extra field we can purchase, but it does have the cows in it. Regardless, our Highlands are here, and we have got in here 15 out of a potential 112. So that's the main farm area done. I will finish here, so we're going to go out this way first. Ben is at this little house here, and then we're going to head out this way to a couple of sell points. We've got Toasty Bakery, and we've got the coffee house at the little village, and I just hope, I mean, I think it's the balance of everything is just right. The lighting, the colour palette, the textures, the detail, and the detail is phenomenal. And I'm going to say again, this is the best map Giants have ever made. Do we want to go? Actually, you know what? Let's head down to the road this way. Oh no, I was going to take the Octavia, wasn't I? Just to show you how annoyed you can get, how quickly you can get annoyed. We will swap it out. I would rather drive one of the tractors, in all honesty. So, it's not electric, but it revs in each gear too long. I don't know if it's supposed to be sporty or whatever, I don't know, but it's alright if you leave it just ticking, because it drops into that kind of cruising, but as soon as you accelerate, it really does not sound good. But what I will say as well, the level of detail on that's Ben's house there, we just looked at the map. Make sure I'm on the right side of the road. The level of detail with road signs, with the road markings on the ground at certain junctions and roundabouts, they're kind of worn. And so we're into Spruce Bridge, little village here. You've got coaches, there are buses, double-deckers. There you go, there's the two sale points, the coffee house and the toasty place. They're for delivering of things. And it's all the details in the distance on the horizon. Now I'm going to do a video on the fishing. I'm going to do a guide to fishing, where, how, all that kind of stuff we'll get to. But what I will just say now is we do start with it on here. If we go up on there, there you go. Fishing rod extends. You need to be over water to do it, but we do start with it. It is in, if we come into our build mode, so I'm not going to, build mode, equipment and machinery, I'm not going to, like I say, go through everything that's new, but there we've got that new section, fishing rods, and that is, if you've got the the Highlands Fishing Expansion Edition, that will be in your game. That's there now. That's that section. If you've got it and you've got it installed, so that fishing rod can be deployed anywhere. So I just knock a sign down probably. Right, down the hill. We've got feed and grain south, and we've got a lime station. Normally lime and seed, isn't it? These. So feed and grain south, a lime station. Now what I will, oh look at that. Now what's interesting as well with that is, as it's going along there, there's something missing from it, which when you hire it you get, and why I'm absolutely overjoyed. And I genuinely mean overjoyed, because it is just... If you remember when the videos came out, and there was that video of someone that was playing it, and you know, we got sent out the versions of it, and when they got on the train, it started up and it sounded like a diesel, and I was like, what is that? What have they done? It just sounded awful. Not anymore. Not anymore. It is a perfection. If we come around here, I just want to highlight this bit here. So if you look out across the field, there, I saw that building. I mean, look at that. Is that not just... That's a painting. I mean, this is one of those maps. How many different thumbnails you could take is insane. So when I came to the map and think, well, that's that building there. If you purchase that bit of land, that bit of land, that bit of land, nothing actually covers that. But if we go airborne, the detail is just terrific. Terrific. There may be collectibles. There are on this map the messages in a bottle that can be collected, which give you information. You can go inside the building, so I'm not saying there aren't, but there might be. But that's not a plot of land you can buy, so it's not even you know, there's not any particular thing going on there. But that comes from the river above. Just a little feature just thrown in, because why not? Because why not? So onwards we go, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. It's going to be a very strange route round we're going to do, but if I try not to over accelerate, we should be fine. I say that, I don't know. So coming up just here, we've got the sawmill. Now I'll do what I usually do on a map tour. If we come into here and come to here, so these are all the ones available. We don't have anything owned. Bakery, biogas plant, carpentry. So we've got some new ones. Fish food factory. So we can make it from flour, soybean, then canola oil, olive oil, rice oil, sunflower oil, but the other things are the same. We've got a quarry, which gives you big stones. You'll need the big stones if you're going to rebuild the castle. Sawmill is standard sawmill stuff. Spinnery, standard spinnery stuff. Stonemason, castle stones and roof shingles. We've then got the tailors, which is standard. Vegetable production, that has got the addition of fried onions with the various different oils, onion salt and onion soup. We've then got the windmill just there. I think that's the one. Well, you get to that in a little while. And then we've got our young fish breeding. So there's one of these on the map already with our various different things that are required. So you need to bring your fish food here, and then you get your young out for restocking. So this is the sawmill, the standard sawmill. What we're going to do is, so from here we're coming into now. We're going to go one side of the river, then the other side of the river. Now, we've already shown you the biogas plant, 500 kilowatt, as in the options that are there. But what we'll do is just whiz into this here. I'll say this, like all the everything's marked out and it's clear. We've got lots of, when you get, there's there we go. We've got the new Mini. There are old Minis as well. There are Range Rovers. I wish this was like GTA. I wish we could just grab stuff. So this is your biogas plant. It's 1.8 million to purchase if you want to purchase it. Then we're going to come out of here. I'm not going to hang around. Let's get straight onto the road and carry on following the coach. We're going to go up the hill. Oh dear. Now, if I apologise if I'm misquoting or misremembering, but I'm pretty sure this was. I know Oxygen David has worked with Giants on a couple of bits and bobs here and there now, and I'm sure he worked on this with Giants. Was it this one? Could have sworn it was. But what we're going to do is head up the hill. So this is plot 60 we're coming to up the top here, and plot 60. There's a lot of details that haven't been on other maps as well that I really like. Things like this, having the sign there. Look at that. Plot ownership required. Cork Bridge Windmill. You bring the stuff here. There you go. Please acquire ownership of plot ID Farmland 60 to continue construction, and that'll build the windmill. It's got the sort of plan there. That's nice. So we're currently here. So we came from the farm, we swung all the way around here, down following a road, the road, some road, there we are, along here, down to here, and we're now currently here. So what we're going to do now is cross the river, taking the stuff the other side, and then take a route round, and yeah, there's like I say, we haven't even got anywhere near, I mean, I say the good stuff, it's all good stuff. And I know I've been saying this a lot leading up to all the various different things, all the stuff Giants have been putting out. You know, they try to build the hype with the Fact Sheet Fridays and all the various different blog posts, and they do it when new versions of the game comes out, when new DLCs are coming out, to get people excited and interested. I have been genuinely more excited about this coming out than I think the actual game itself, FS25. This is, they've done such a good job on it. It's absolutely fantastic. So coming out from here after plot 60, and we have got out here this is the stonemason, hewn stonemason just here, which can be purchased. Back along the valley, make sure I'm on the right side of the road. It's interesting that the lights change, and if you want to, you can stop at the red lights. The pedestrians cross regardless, whether it's on a red light or a green light for you, they cross anyway. But, I mean, just... wow! Wow, 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 wee wah, wee wah. It's just awesome. Spinnery, Kinleg Wool Mill is here, with all its detail and finery. Well, there you go, that's not something I often do on a map at all. Look where I'm going. Across the way we've got the quarry. That just requires water, and you get big rocks. And then you've got sell point there, that's selling station stones. And then I did exactly what I said I haven't done. Anyway. Never mind. Next up we've got the vegetable processing plants. That's the place now that will do your fried onions and onion salts and bits and bobs. That's here. Broth and kin. We can actually officially now on this map say we've got coos. We can go and check on the coos, because that's all right. I mean, you know, probably isn't all right, but you know, if you're going to do it anywhere. So we're heading up the hill. I mean, it does change gear eventually, but it just, I don't know. Maybe it sounds like in real life. I just think it sounds awful. I'm not a big fan of it. But we can get around the map a lot quicker than if we had done in one of the tractors. So up on the hill there, which we're going to get to in a moment, is a coal mine. And the coal mine's a curiosity, because unlike Silver and Forest where you've got the ore mine and it's just constantly spouting out ore and you just go and collect it, that one you buy coal, but there's no production that requires it. There's just sell points. You can take coal too, which is kind of cool, but I would have preferred if it was more like a mine, you know. There's Noah's house just there if you want to have a chat to Noah. We are going to the next one along, are we? Yes, we are. Again, I'll show you on the map where we are. We might have to cut a little bit across the grass here, but that's all right. I'm sure no one will be angry with me, will they? No! Shut up, Steve. Through the bushes and down to the track, which is just here. So if we follow this down, it will take us to the coal mine. There's some of the tents, and I did try buying the land around this. You don't get like any sleep triggers or anything there. That's the placeables. If you want to place that one, you can. Come down to here. There's some really cool graffiti and stuff on some of the buildings. Again, it's just those little touches. So this is like a pallet warehouse. So Alba coal, and you come to there, and we click on that, and you buy pallets of coal. If I buy one, that's what it looks like, and that can be taken to places to be sold, like delivered. I went through the productions to have a look. Sheep suit. Farming simulator. What else have we got on here? Does that say Fash? Denny Fash you sell. Highlands. Anyway, so there you go. That's the coal mine. So we've come out from there, which was our stonemason, along the valley here, past these bits here. We've come up this bit here and all the way around there past Noah's, crossed there, and we're now here. We're going to come round here and down and out to here, which is where the castle build will be. And then what I'm going to do from there, I'm going to drive back around to take in the rest of the bottom of the valley and these bits here. It's the only way I could work out of doing the central section without missing anything. And we need to do the central section because there's a train station there, and we're going to rent the train because I want to show you it because it's the most awesomest thing, in my opinion, which all of this of course is. You can feel about any of this any way you want. Just hope I can fit this all in. So I don't really want to cut any bits out because of how cool it is. I have brought up various different plots here and there off camera just to double check and see what is have I come the wrong way? Might have done. Let's go this way quickly. To see, because there's some little farmhouses and stuff here and there. I think this might be a walking trail I'm on actually. Got an sort of an overlook point there. Yeah, should have come across the other one. That's all right. So this is like your museum, the grain elevator museum, in that you don't need to buy the land or anything to do it. But if you come up to here, they will tell you, bottom right, there you go. Castle build, progress, wood beam and planks long are required to get started, and if it's like any of the others, you'll get paid for those items when you drop them off. That's usually the case because you're supplying whoever it is, the council, with whatever they need to build whatever it is they're going to be building. So I'm just looking around, honestly, right up my boulevard, this map, right up my boulevard. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to head back down. I will see you as we come down, because we took that turning back up there. I'll see you there at the fork as we come back down to the road there, and then we'll do a bit of, you know, bit of the old jiggery pokery, you know. So down to here, following one of the double-decker buses. What I love as well, I mean, they've got it right. They've nailed it. I mean, I haven't travelled extensively around Scotland. I've been to a few different places, but there's other parts of the country I'm getting a real vibe from, you know, which is amazing. I mean, they've absolutely, I think they've nailed it. They've done such a good job of it. So, gas station just here, and we've got electric charge points as well over the back. So there's your gas station electric charge points. What we're going to do is turn up here Because again, this is another one of those areas where I looked on the map and thought, oh, I wonder. I bought the land around it, but it looks like a little farm. So we come up the other side of where we looked at that little old mill. So we're coming up on here. Now you can buy the land, and when you do buy the land, that silage clamp becomes available. You can open that shed door there to go inside the shed, but there's no triggers or anything. But you can buy the land, so if you wanted to add to it and make it your own. Oh, there goes the train. That was bad timing, but that's alright. So we come back up around here, and then we're going to turn in. That road there leads back up almost towards our farm, the start farm, where Ben's cottage is. But we're going to head out to this little train station depot. So we've got a selling station coal. So this is what I was talking about. If we come to the map, we are now here. So that says selling station coal. Now you might be able to sell other things there. And again, if you go into the prices menu, have a look and scroll down all your various different items, it will tell you what you can sell where. And then we've got a rent train point. Leave the engine running. Hopefully it'll run out of fuel and we can just walk. So rent train, it's going to take a little while for it to get here. What are we at? Oh, 1.8, 1.9, it's getting a little bit further away, maybe it'll get a little bit closer. Anyway, so yeah, so this was that moment of, like I say, having watched that video that we all got sent out, it was either Gamescom or the Tokyo Game Show trailer. And I remember watching that, and when I did the video I was so disappointed because the map looked phenomenal, and that for me was kind of weirdly almost like a deal breaker. So this was that moment of when the train comes, I really hope. And when it arrived I was a little bit like, oh, okay. It wasn't quite what I expected until I got control of it. Not me specifically, until you get control of it. So how are we looking? 1.5. Bear with me a minute. Once it arrives we will continue. And there she blows now. So it arrived and I was like, oh, okay. You know, it doesn't sound like a diesel loco, which is cool. It looks phenomenal, I'm not going to lie. Now, we have also got that very back carriage. Now, I'm going to check as well on other maps when I get to play on them. Because what I've often found with trains, I mean, look at it. Oh, I love me a steam train. Let's get in, do that. My son would freak out over this, absolutely freak out. Cool, we've got that. Now let's try, shall we? Start engine, you ready? Get in! Oh, it's just wondrous. They nailed it, they've nailed it. Now, often you go backwards, get further out, and you can kind of get to sort of here, and that's as far as you can go. It allows you to go right the way out to the very final car. Now on this final car here, it does say L1 unfold tipper, which does that. I assume for putting vehicles and stuff on, but I'm not sure where you're supposed to park that up to do that. There's not a ramp thing anywhere, but anyway, you can fold that back up again. So what we'll do very quickly. What I love as well is look at the way the steam's going, because you're going backwards. It's little details. It's perfect. It is perfect. I'm not going to run the whole route. We'll take it back and we'll get back on. Look at the animation on it. Just, oh. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Absolutely awesome. So pleased. Right, I'll hop out, let the regular driver carry on, and I will continue. There you go. Driver back in and off it goes. But once the driver's back, oh, that's curious. So why? I wonder if it just turned itself off after a while. Because when it was going around the map and past me, and when it arrived, it didn't have smoke and stuff coming out. Maybe that just needs to be activated. I'm not sure. Anyway. We've still got so much of the map to get around. Speed! Got to make sure I go the right way. So we're going to head out to the animal dealer now. I believe it was animal dealer next. Oh no. Vehicle shop and workshop is next. So we went to a place called Dunoon many years ago when we just had our eldest, when she was little. Drove all up to Scotland, so it's a lovely place called Dunoon. And then we drove from Dunoon to Edinburgh for the day, and it was quite a drive. And I can't remember the name of the town. And you're driving across all this kind of flat, low-lying ground, and the town is like up on this, just up on a hill. I mean, it's like obviously a medieval town, and it reminded me very much of that. Yet when you get into the town, it's got very Edinburgh-type vibes to it. The castle reminded me very much of Carlisle Castle as well. There's all sorts of elements to it. I love this. Look, kilted pistons. So anyway, vehicle shop. Workshop trigger just here. This is the reset point for the map as well, so if you need to reset for any particular reason, you can. I want a Range Rover. If anyone out there is modding stuff and you want to, you can call it whatever you like. It's up to you. I really don't mind. Or get the Land Rovers back. This is a map that needs a Land Rover. If there was ever a time that a map needed a Land Rover, this is it. So, look, they've got the old minis as well. And this is what I said about if it's anything that evokes a feeling, a memory. I used to have a Mini. It was awesome. Anyway, so animal dealer sell point. Katie's just there. That silo there is a pig food purchase point. So there's your animal dealer buy point. There's your animal dealer sell point. There's Katie. Buy point for manure and liquid manure just here at the animal dealers. And you've got all these separate little pens. So again, it's not just that standardised. Plonk, there you go, there's our generic. You know, it's all been done specific, which is kind of what you'd hope for, really. Yeah, we had a turquoise one, myself and MrSealyp. We had a turquoise Mini. It had mini mag-light wheels. It was a rocket ship. And bizarrely, I'm 6'2", 6'3". I had no problem getting in it. I'm a big guy, but never had a problem getting in it. It was just a fantastic bit of kit. And it was like driving on rails. So I've got a bit of a drive now because we're going to go a slightly different route. I've got to make sure I go the right way. Like I say, it's a strange route round I'm taking, but it will take in hopefully everything that I want to show you because there's some really cool features. And like I said, when we get to the main town, we're not going to stop at every single one and name everyone. We'll have a look at the map and we'll have a look at the sell points. So we've got this bit here and we want to go left. Look at this. I know this was one of the screenshots on one of the blog videos, but what a detail. So there's plenty of forestry if you want to do a bit of forestry, which is cool. Right by the railroad tracks. It's railway, we're in the UK. So around here we're going to be heading round towards plot 71, which we purchased earlier. Now be wary, folks. You've got to be careful here because I tried to cross this crossing and it wouldn't work. Watch it work. Oh, we got over it. Brilliant stuff. I kept getting stuck. I think this rail, this side, might be a little bit proud. Oh, here comes the train. I bet the smoke's off now, isn't it? So be careful of that because that's not a controlled crossing. Should have the chuff 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 thing as it goes past, really shouldn't, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So farm here, we've got a garage. There's no sleeping wardrobe trigger. We've got a cow pen, cow barn there. Can't remember how many it was for. Let me just double check that. I didn't write it on my notes. Potentially 69 cows in here. Silage clamp. Again, I like these new versions. They've got a nice gritty weathered filter, which is fantastic. And then we have got a barn space there, and we've got another one of these bulk storages. This one here is the bulk storage for 900,000 litres. The one at the main farm was 400,000 litres. So we're at plot 71, and we shall continue. I'm just suddenly realised what my time is saying. So Sell points just here. What was this one? This was the Magic Books and Tricks, wasn't it? Yes, Magic Books and Tricks. Sell point just there. And then coming up, we've got the Young Stock Fishery just here. Skyfin. Not Skyfall. Just here. Which we can purchase if we want to. It's in the productions menu. I've already kind of shown it, but we can do that for 95 grand. Click on that. So there you go. There's your various tint for your salmon and your trouts, with the speeded up versions as well if you want to, which costs a little bit more to run. So that's our Young Stock Fishery just there. But again, those can be placed because they're in the build menu. So if you want to put one at your farm, put one at your farm. You haven't got to come all the way out here to do it. Wrong side of the road again. Now there are other areas of course on this map to explore. I'm trying to get around sort of the main points and the main bits. There are beaches to comb, there are shipwrecks, there's, like I say, there's the messages in a bottle, and there's all little, I think there's a book, where does it say the book was? It was on one of the blog posts, once you've collected them all, you can go and look in the book and read all the messages, and it sort of gives you a history of Kinlake, all sorts of stuff, which is quite a cool feature actually. That bridge there, you can't go across it. That's one of the ones when you get to the bridge, it comes up with the red crosses to tell you you've met the map edge and it's time to go back. So, if we turn in here, let me check on my notes. Kinlake Milling. So we have got, this was the logistics centre. Yes, logistics centre sell point. Woo. Now let me just double check that I haven't got that wrong. Oh yeah, Logistics Centre Railroad, and then here we've got this is our grain pool east, transfer silo, in and out from the silo done here, in and out from the railway tracks done here. The rent train point is a little bit further along. There's a train station and it's perfect. Lovely little train station. Which reminded me, it's one of those train stations, reminded me of Swallows and Amazons. That kind of, just, yeah, all sorts of very cool stuff. Anyway, so that's our Grainport East. This is warehouse. We've got warehouse and warehouse sell. So your warehouse purchase point for any palleted products can be done here at the warehouse. Actually, that's what I was curious to double check something. Yeah, onion soups, all the new stuff, onions, pat, fried onion, roof shingles, castle stones, big stones. So you can buy all that stuff here as well. I don't know if it will do row fruit plate, roof plates. Pretty much. I was wondering whether or not we could buy fish food, but we can buy fish food from, no, from the main menu anyway. You don't have to buy it from there. If we go into this menu and we come down and to here, we can buy fish food there, fish food pallets, if you want to buy fish food pallets for doing that. And you saw the fishing rod down there as well. So continuing on, we come to just here, carpentry, and then across the way we've got the car park. Oh, train's coming past again, that's good timing. So electric charge points just here. This is the car park for the train station. It's perfect. But what I love is this. Look at the rent train point is at the ticket thing. How clever is that? I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's cool. What an amazing feature. What an amazing feature. So anyway, that's your train station, rent train point for this part of the map. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to head out this way. I'm going to show you here now, because we have got here Harbour View Coffee. Here we've got Thistlepot Bakery. We come into the town here. We've then got Bakery and Cake. We've got Magical Toys. We've got Coal Blast Furnace, which will take coal, I would imagine. Industrial Building. We've then got Fish Market Sell Points, and we're going to get to those, the actual factories themselves. We come up into the town. I think we're going to come up this way actually. We've got Nautical Gifts, Wee Oatcake Bakery. We have got just there. We've got Glenhat Co. We've got Board Games, Big Farmers Kiosk. Why won't let me click on that? Seaside Restaurant, Copy Shop, Books and Poems, Mr. More Oil, we have got dairy, and we have got logistics centre east are all sell points. We do have another electric charge station as well there. So any of those that come up, and again, if you're not sure with those where they are, if you come onto this section here, you can always go across, for example, the Big Farmer's Kiosk. If I'm not sure with all those sell points where it is, I can tag the place. If I tag the place and then do that, if you look on the map, you see that the red dot hovering in the air? That tells you how far away it is and what direction, so as you get closer. If you go on the map, that should also have it flashing. There you go. So that's flashing on the map also to tell you where it is. So if you're not sure which one you're going to, where it is, because this map has got a lot of sell points on it, you can do that. So as we go past them all now, we will drive past them. I won't say all the names of them again as we go past. The list was getting incredibly long. So, and we've got other cool stuff to look at as well. Again, remember this is the map tour, not a deep dive, but we are getting there. Look at the details. Look at the details. Got to speed up. I didn't turn that off, did I? Well, that'll still be there till we get to it. You can see how that works. One-way system in here. This is the car park for the castle. The two sell points are just there. Bakery, just there. We need to be very, very quick. We need a handbrake. Need a handbrake. Leg it! So this reminds me of Carlisle Castle. I know there are tons of castles everywhere. I was quite surprised actually when Giants did their kind of blog about Kinlake and the castle. The way they talked about the castle was almost like they're ridiculous things that are ostentatious. And, you know, some castles were built by wealthy families, but they served a purpose. You know, most castles served a purpose. They are a castle. They were a fortification. Against the English probably most of the time, but yeah, it's lovely. It's got a load of detail. You can go up and you can walk around the battlements and stuff as well, which I think is absolutely brilliant. It's such a cool feature, just nice to have. Ripples on the water, and you know, anyway, so yeah, that's the castle. You can come have a look. You can't buy the land the castle's on, so unfortunately you couldn't add. I thought it might be quite cool if it had a sell point or something up here. It doesn't, but it's just a place to visit. And are there collectibles there? I haven't come across one. I'm not saying there isn't, but potentially. So let's get back to our car and crack on. Must speed up more. Can I cut across? I don't think I can. Not unless I want to swim. Observing the one-way system, avoiding pedestrians. I say it's having a lot of the markings worn away. I mean that's realistic. That's what they look like out in world. Round the roundabout, give it a handful. Welcome to Kinlake, and here we are. So as we drive into Kinlake, what a view, what a view. So first of our sell points coming up on the left, just there. And we turn in here. Just there. Now what we need to do is very quickly, we're down there. You will have seen the blog post about this gentleman. The new NPC, Alistair, is just here. Now I'm not going to go through the whole, you know, but you can chat to Alistair. Scottish accent, start a conversation. There's all sorts of cool stuff he can tell you about Kinlake, about the oceans, about fishing, about all sorts of stuff, which is pretty mint. And I love this. This is just... If you've got ornithophobia, which my son has, this will terrify you. But because this is where the fishing boats come in, it's like at Whitehaven. When you go up to Whitehaven and the fishing boats are coming in, it's awesome and terrifying all at the same time. So if we head down here, the various different sell points of fisheries, etc. This is kind of a one-way system through here as well. But if we come through here, we've got the fisheries sell point just there, but we've also got, if we was out here, I know I'm racing through, we do have a forklift truck available. to use here, and we've got another sell point there for the fish market. But what we have over here is the next important feature, and it's this. Ta-da! The boat shop. Cargo vessel, sport boat. There's no option to customise them. They come as they are. And again, this is not a deep dive into them specifically. There's that. You'll find it in the harbour. Sport boat. You'll find it in the harbour. Now you can run and take a jump, or you can tab into them if you want to, so you can see the sport boat the other side. That's got the crane, the ramp that goes up and down. It's sluggish to get going, and it's like a tanker. It takes a while to slow down as well, so you need to really take your time to control them. The sports boat takes a little bit of time to get up to speed, manoeuvres much better at higher speeds than lower speeds. I had to a bit of a play around with it, and I brought it back round and sort of parked it up in the actual harbour itself. But very, very cool. So if you're wondering where you can buy your boats from, you buy them from here, which is a nice touch too. So on from the Kinlake Fish Market, we've got the Fish Food Factory. Oh, lovely little minis. I did say, is that a scimitar? I'm trying to think what that is. It's not an MG. So, there's your Fish Food Factory just here, Kinlake Feed Company. Then we're going to take a little drive out and around. Like I said, we'll drive round past all the stores. We have got one, okay, the railway tracks. I think we've got, is it just the tailor shop? I think it's just the tailor shop in town. So, couple there. The wee oatcake nautical gifts. It's all the cobbled street stuff as well. Awesome. Glen Hat Company. If it's anything like Edinburgh, when you go up Edinburgh High Street, which is just awesome, there's your tailors. Every other shop, they really embrace that. I suppose it's just the culture, the way the world sees and talks about Scotland. You can pick up the little wee hairy Highlanders, the little cuddly toy things. It's all Scottish stuff, you know. Copy that. It's just there. We got the seaside restaurant, cafe, chip shop. I think they're overselling themselves. So that says seaside chip shop on the map. It's seaside restaurant. I suppose you can eat in, but that's pretty cool. Scottish flag proudly flying the Kelpie. Kelpie's a sea, is it a demon? Not a sea demon, it's something like that, isn't it? A Kelpie, I'm trying to think. Something along those lines. Blue Men of the Minch, books and poems. And back out from here. And turn in here. Couple more sell points we had here. That was the dairy. Was that the logistics centre? That was another one, wasn't it? And then we've got electric charge points over the back there. From here we are heading out of town. So we have come down through here, did the castle, down through here into the harbour area, round the harbour, came back out around here. We've done a loop round the town. We're here, we're going to head back out, and we will drive down to this turning here. This little cottage here is where David lives, and we're back at our farm. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Kinlake. And I'm going to say it again, I think it's an absolute triumph. I've said it on various map tours over the years. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think what they've done is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What I didn't check was by that plot of land there. I think it's just standing stones. I don't think it's there's no construction thing here. Why would you be mucking around with doing that? Oh, spoiler alert. But anyway, yeah, great feature. Let's go. I know I keep saying it. I need to speed up. Let's get to David. We will end the map tour. And there he is. This is MrSealyp's ideal house. She's always said since I first met her, she would love a house with a door in the middle, that thing you draw as a kid, overlooking some awesome countryside. I mean, does it get any better? Does it get any better than that? Anyway, there's David. That's the map by Giant Software, Highlands Fishing Expansion Edition, coming out Tuesday. Still available to pre-order if you do it on PC on the Farming Simulator website. There's a 10% discount until the game releases. Partner code MrSealyp, all caps, if you want to use it. The other content creators are available. I hope you have found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.